We are diving deep today into something pretty wild.
Yeah.
Buckle up, okay? Because we're talking about YouTubers living for a week.
A whole week?
In a 1,000-year-old city. An entire city. But, get this, built inside a salt mine.
Wow. A salt mine.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine the audacity of building an entire city underground? Like, was that a necessity? Was it strategic? What drove them to do that? We've got a summary of a MrBeast video all queued up, and we are going to figure out what this all means.
Yeah. You know, this city being 1,000 years old really blows my mind. That level of human ingenuity is just, like, incredible. To think about what they had to overcome. The darkness, the ventilation. How do you even make sure it's structurally sound? I know salt's naturally antimicrobial and strong under compression.
Right.
But still, to create large, stable spaces without worrying about things like wood rot or infestations, which would have been major issues above ground.
Yeah.
That's just wow.
Yeah. I never thought about it like that.
They were the original extreme dwellers. You know, like figuring out how to create a whole society in this like uniquely challenging environment. I mean, what did they consider normal?
Right. And how different were their lives from the people living above ground?
Exactly.
So speaking of life underground, this video summary talks about how these YouTubers had to adapt to this ancient setting, you know, with all their modern stuff.
Right.
They set up camp underground. They even managed to play sports, underground soccer, underground golf. Look what
underground golf. That's a new one.
It makes you think about the human need to play, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Like no matter where we are, we're going to find a way to have fun and blow off some steam.
It's almost like a modern twist on the kind of entertainment they would have had back then, right? Like think about it, Roman gladiatorial games or those court jesters stuck performing in their, you know, specific spaces.
That's a really interesting parallel. And speaking of entertainment, did you see they had these epic prank wars down there?
Oh, yeah. The prank wars. Imagine the echoes of laughter bouncing off those salt walls. Kind of hilarious to think about.
Oh, for sure. It's like this wild collision of two worlds.
Right.
You got these modern pranks happening in this ancient setting. I love it.
It's such a clash, but a fun one, I think. And it really shows how much entertainment has evolved, especially in the digital age.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about sitting back and watching anymore.
It's so interactive.
It's participatory, interactive, sometimes chaotic, too, from what I saw in the video.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, it's interesting, too. The rivalries that come out of those pranks
oh, yeah,
really highlights the dynamics of group behavior, even in a place like that.
That is fascinating. Okay, so I have to ask about this because the video summary mentioned it.
What's that?
Forbidden doors.
Ooh, forbidden doors.
And then whispers of hauntings.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that's just, like, for the video, you know, to make it more interesting? Or could there be actual unexplored parts of this city?
It definitely plays into that primal fascination we have with the unknown.
Right.
We love mysteries. We crave the thrill of exploration.
Yeah.
And think about it. That same impulse, that desire to explore, is probably what drove the city's original inhabitants to build and explore in the first place.
I never thought about it like that. So true. And speaking of exploration, those YouTubers also had to face their fears. Yeah. Like some serious fears. Heights, navigating those dark tunnels. I mean, I'd be terrified.
Me too. But, you know, I think it's a good reminder that stepping outside our comfort zones, even for a short time, can be powerful. Like it can push us to grow.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And ultimately, they all made it back to the surface after their week underground, which is great.
And I think what's really cool is that message of shared experience.
Yeah.
They went through these challenges together, whether it was navigating the tunnels or dodging a well-placed prank.
Right.
It's that kind of thing that really strengthens bonds.
Oh, for sure.
That reminds me of that time we...
Oh, okay. We are not going there.
All right. Fair enough.
But, you know, zooming out for a second, it's important to remember that this video, made by MrBeast, a huge YouTuber, introduces this incredible place to millions of people.
Oh, absolutely.
Most of us will never get the chance to see something like this in person.
Right.
So it's their window into that world.
That's where influencer culture comes in.
Yeah.
YouTubers like MrBeast have these huge followings.
Massive.
They can really influence how people think and what they do. And in this case, they're making history accessible and exciting and, you know, a little bit goofy at times.
Yeah. They're bringing it to a whole new audience. So to wrap things up, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If you could spend a week in that underground city, what would you explore first?
Ooh, That's a tough one.
Would you be brave enough for those forbidden doors, or would you stick to the soccer field?
I have to think about that one.
Let us know what you all think, too.
And remember, this is just one example of the endless possibilities for exploration and adventure that are out there.
So true. If you're as intrigued by this underground city as we are, definitely go check out that MrBeast video. It's well worth a watch. Until next time.
Happy exploring.
See ya.